Alrighty, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XVI. Today is our final day to play before I go on my family vacation next week with my wife and two boys for our 9-year anniversary. And also my grandma-in-law's 90th birthday. Crazy. So I'll be gone for a week, which actually works out really nice because it'll give everyone a chance to finish the game before I come back. But that kind of puts into question, what do we do today? Because I'm kind of close to the end here, but I don't want to finish. So I think what we'll do is we'll just do the side quests here. And then I'm pretty sure that this next quest is not the final quest. So maybe if we do these side quests and then kind of do the next main quest, and then maybe some more side quests will open up and we can do those, and then we could like call it there. We'll see how we're feeling. Right now I have a ton of side quests to do, so we can just do that first. I'm especially interested in this Black Hammer quest. I'm wondering what he has new right now.
Come back. Don't tell me we've run out of pep.
Trouble with your gear, or something for you, dear?
Ice Brand.
Should last you a good while.
So glad I upgraded that other weapon.
That it? Fine.
Ooh. It looks kinda... looks like it's gonna break. Looks a bit fragile.
I will not forget this kindness, my lord.
Come on, Oscar, leave.
Go to Eastport. But as soon as the rebuilding work is done,
I told you to leave a while ago. Just leave. Thank you for helping me guide my mentor free from his mortal coil. Contrary to what the madding crowd believes, we physicers are not without our limits. I cannot hope to cure every ill, mend every wound, save every life. The only medicine that will see you home safe without fail is prevention. Not that this knowledge will ever stop any of you from chasing down some behemoth for its toenails. You're dang right, I need those behemoth toenails. Sir, I and the other Cursebreakers have grown concerned regarding the well-being of our captain. Despite the apparent unrest her recent investigations have visited upon her, Lady Doris refuses all offers of assistance. If it is not too much trouble, I would ask you please speak with the captain and learn what troubles her so deeply. Sure, Cole.
There's no way of knowing if Doris will confide in me, but I can speak to her at least.
I bet you behemoth toenails would make for a pretty good weapon. Is this the main quest or a side quest?
Where are you?
Gotta be the main quest, right?
can I help you, Sid?
I'm looking for Doris.
Oh.
Is she here?
I'm afraid not. She's at Martha's Rest on a job. My job, actually. When she heard what the mission was, she insisted on going herself. Alone.
Did she? What was the mission?
Following up on some new information. Once they'd settled in, the bearers you helped liberate in the Dragon's Eyrie were keen to talk about their imprisonment. And about their captor.
The slaver Cole's team were tracking when they were attacked by the Beastmen. I'll go and find her. She's at Martha's Rest, you say?
If she's not moved on already, yes. I hope everything's all right.
I have a feeling I'm
Doris
going to keep
insists on going alone.
looking for her and she's going to keep
Cole
disappearing.
was right to be worried.
How do you split?
Okay, I don't really need to check this, but...
Here you go. Think you can help?
I really don't get why that's there. Okay, where? August? Again?
Heard the bad news then, did you?
What bad news?
About Dravost. Blackthorn's old haunt. With the forge and all that. Well, anyway, the mine's just down the road.
It's always quiet. Like, I have the volume up really loud, and I increase the volume of the voice in the settings, and it's still just really quiet.
They're spewing at you for like no one's business.
And the village?
Safe from the flood for now, but they've got other problems. Akashic. Every creature in the area is either turned or on the way to turning, apparently. Zoltan and the others are living on borrowed time. They need help, and quick. Doris sent a few curse breakers.
Seems quieter than normal. Let me look. It should be regular volume. I'll check when we get into a fight. We'll see what it looks like.
Keep an eye on things, but there's only so much a couple of scouts can do. Except get eaten. If something ain't done soon, the old place will be overrun.
I won't let that happen.
Didn't think you would.
Does Blackthorn know?
I thought it might be better if he didn't. He'd only do something stupid. You reckon we should tell him?
No. It's better this way.
Yeah, well, I can't stand about knowing what's happening out there, so I'm off. I'll see you in Dravost.
Everyone in this game either whispers or talks like Batman, so it's hard to hear anyone. I really don't know what the deal is with movies and video games being so quiet all the time.
How was she?
The PS5 is terrible too, like, with its volume levels. Every game sounds totally different.
Ah, Sid. Just the man I was hoping to see. Did you have a mo?
Don't tell me. You need more bomb ash.
Oh no, we still got plenty of that left. I'm working on bringing another one of the Chief's designs to life. This time, it's a new smelter. It's got a reverberatory hood over the top for additional thermal amplification and a system of reciprocal recirculatory regenerators that let's just say it gets very blimmin' hot. A heck of a lot hotter than anything Blackthorn's got in his forge, that's for certain. Only mithril engines get hotter, and you can't chuck ore in one of them and get metal out the other end. Trouble is, we won't be able to make it out of any old rubbish neither. We need the good stuff.
The good stuff.
And I hear you once helped Helena get her hands on exactly that. Any chance you could help me too?
If it's for the good of the hideaway, I'd be happy to.
Oh, it is. I promise you.
Okay, calm down.
So, what exactly is this good stuff you need me to find?
We've got a couple of examples here. Spherical echoes, we call them.
More fallen materials. So this smelter is similar to the mithril engine in more ways than one.
That's right. They're a bit like the thermal helms. Fallen ceramics deal with heat like nothing else, see? And what's more, they're directional, transferring heat from the inside to the outside. But these things, they're all outside. If we line the hood with them, they'll reflect the heat right back into the furnace. We've collected as many as we can. And
That sounds like it's just gonna explode.
Trouble is, they're all watched over by their bigger, uglier cousins.
So you want me to visit some ruins, destroy some echoes, and bring back the spheres they're guarding?
That's it in a nutshell, yeah. We're only 3 short, mind. And we know exactly where they are. There's one up Amber Way, in that ruin that they call Lost Plume, and another in the Silent South, over in Dalmekia. Last one is in the ruins of Advent, which is in the Empire.
And all over.
All right then. Wish me luck.
Will do. I'll be keeping all my fingers and toes crossed.
That's weird. Go Battle Alliance. Thank you so much for the gifted sub. Appreciate it, man. Okay. Let's go fight something and see what the audio is like. That's not a fight.
So Dravost is still standing. For now, at least.
Clive! You're here!
And the Akashic?
Mostly off to the north still. But I spoke to Doris's scouts and it turns out things are worse than I thought. There's swarms of them out there. Told old Snotty to be ready to seal the north gate. That should buy us some time if we need it. Enough for the villagers to barricade themselves inside their homes at least.
Well done.
Welcome back, Sid. I'd never have guessed, you know. Not if August hadn't let slip. Who'd have thought that the savior of Dravost would turn out to be the realm's most infamous outlaw? Keen to help us out again?
I looked at that bird squawked right when he said
You
outlaw.
just sneak off without me, did you?
Blackthorn.
Oh, what are you doing here?
One of the scouts couldn't keep his voice down. Unlike my best mate who didn't think I deserved to know. Zoltan, how long's it been? Long enough for us two to turn into a pair of old codgers, I see.
That your idea of an apology? Prick.
Don't listen to him. You only did what you thought was best. For the village and that.
I did, yeah. But that ain't the whole of it. Vulcan, our master, didn't leave the chiefdom to the two of us. He left it to me. The best blacksmith in Dravost, barring himself, of course. Bloody stupid tradition, in my opinion. If someone's got talent, you should let them practice their craft, not ask them to settle petty feuds and barter for grain. Our master wasted half his life that way. I wasn't about to let that happen to me.
So you wasted half of mine instead.
You're what Dravost needed. Under me and my precious ideals, this place wouldn't have lasted a year. So I left to devote myself to the work and spare you lot the consequences. I may be a selfish prick, but I only did what I felt I had to.
What you had to do was your duty!
Even if it meant we all starved?
Enough. This is no time for bickering. You can finish beating each other up once Dravost is safe.
Fine. I've said my piece anyway.
Yeah, so have I.
Sorry, Clive. I shouldn't have stuck my nose in. Short enough on time as it is. Still, give us a mo, would you? I need to get my head straight before any of them Akashic try to bite it off.
Okay. How long do you want me to wait? Ah! You know, I was hoping that I came here and there was just a bunch of Akashic to fight. Instead, we got a cutscene with Batman #1, Batman #2, and Batman #3. So, didn't really help the whole dialogue situation.
You, ready for the off then?
We can't afford to waste any more time.
Right you are. Might be worth having one last word with the scouts, though. Don't want any nasty surprises, do we? Oh, and Blackthorn, you and Zoltan might be better off staying inside the...
Akashic on the move.
How close are they?
Within sight of the walls. And there are more coming up from the mines.
What was I saying about nasty surprises?
They'll wash right over us if we stay out in the open. We're pulling back behind the gates.
Good idea. Get yourselves inside, but keep your weapons handy.
Square Enix loves their
Understood.
Batmans.
I'm prepared to fight if I have to.
Well, let's hope you don't. That's our job. Once the scouts are inside, order your men to barricade the gates. No heroic last stands, you hear me? No fighting at all if you can help it.
August's right. I've seen what Akashic beasts can do to armor. The people here are tough and willing, but they ain't equipped to face what's coming.
I'm going out there. Start work on the gate as soon as I've left. I'll give you as much time as I can.
And if they kill you?
You evacuate. But it won't come to that. I promise.
You'd better be right.
Take good care of Dravoj till I get back.
Leave it to me. And give those things what for, yeah?
You should have been inside the gates by the time we were done talking. Ooh.
All right. Which one of you's first?
Okay, let me see here. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the volume that it should be. In fact, it's even a bit loud. I could lower these even more. And then increase my volume a little bit. That looks a bit quieter actually, but it's probably not going to help much, but it's something at least. Alright, let's test out our new Shiva stuff. So that's not as big as I had hoped it was. Dude stabbed me and I just died. Man, this thing has like super quick cooldown though. I really like how quick that cooldown is. Whoa, big boy. Ow. Okay, can we like get over the whole nudity thing? It's a bit much, guys. We're all either adults or pretending to be adults here. We don't need to talk about the partial nudity for the entire morning.
Is that it?
Nope.
Apparently not.
Oh.
They're not getting past me.
He's not even a Kashik. He's just a monster. I like that little mini freeze you can get. I know what you said. It's not the point. Holy moly. It is a very beefy chimera. Like, look at the muscles on this thing. Ooh. You can just like kind of perma-freeze people with this. Every time I dodge, I get some free hits in. Just because of the freeze. No, I disagree. I like the damage a lot in this game, because the attacks themselves don't do any more than a couple hundred. It's just that it gives you the number for the entire damage you did through the whole stagger, and that's where the big number comes out. But the actual attacks still do pretty low damage, to where it's pretty easy to do the math and see what's doing what damage, you know? I mean, like, these big numbers we're seeing, that would be like if you did a limit in Final Fantasy VII, and instead of showing each individual number, it just gave you one big number at the end. Like, yeah, that'd be a huge number. But I like the fact that we're not doing, like...
Oh, the question is...
10... I mean, to be fair, Judgment Bolt does, like, 9,000, but...
Man alive! You're still in one piece.
Yeah, but they're not really big. The only big number is the big number at the end of your giant string of combos. I mean, that we're talking like 10 seconds worth of damage. That's why it's a big number. The most damage I've done with a single hit has been like 10,000 with Judgment Bolt. And that's my big move. So, I mean, I do think like doing 10,000 with an attack now maybe is a bit more, because in like Final Fantasy VII or something, you wouldn't be doing 9s until post game or at the very end of the game, but still. I think it's pretty good. I mean, it's better than some other games like Borderlands, where you're doing 30 million damage every shot and stuff. I always hate how big the numbers get in games like that. I like when the numbers are lower. You can actually see the differences better. And the kaiju damage is pretty big, but I think that's on purpose, you know. But yeah, I think it's okay. But to be fair to your argument, we're not even like level 50 yet. So when we're level like 99, are we going to be doing 9s with every hit? And then our combo damage is going to be like 500,000 or something, you know? Then it might be a bit much. So we'll see. But I think throughout the game so far, it's been pretty good. I've only just recently started doing, you know, 9 damage with like just my strongest attacks. But like the only way I can do 10,000 damage with Judgment Bolt is to be in limit and have a big multiplier on a stagger. Otherwise it does like 7,000.
I slew as many as I could.
As many as I could, he says. The old bleeding lot, more like it. Well, almost.
Only almost.
I killed one.
Yeah, 1 or 2 did try to sneak over the wall. But we got the bastards, don't you worry.
Good. Though you do know, more will come in time.
In time, yeah. But we can think about them later. Let's get you back inside.
All right, time for Batman, and Batman to have a heart-to-heart.
Sid, you're even more fearsome than your reputation. Enough to give those Akashic monsters nightmares. I almost felt
I do feel like the dialogue's a bit louder now. I think that helped a bit.
I felt grateful.
Not a lot, but a little bit.
Dravos won't forget what you did today.
I'm afraid I've only delayed the inevitable. There's no getting rid of that ether flood. Meaning that any living thing which stumbles into those mines will end up clawing at your walls again.
And that's if the flood don't spread. If it does, well, I hate to say it, but the village's days are numbered.
That may be, but we're staying just the same.
Of course you are.
With ether floods springing up all over, it's no less safe than anywhere, and more importantly, it's our home. We'll fortify the gates to the north, and I'll see that they're guarded day and night.
All right. Then we'll give you a hand shoring up those defenses.
As for you, Blackthorn, that's twice you've turned up when Dravos needed you. So, thanks.
I shouldn't have stayed away so long. And I shouldn't have left without talking it over with you first.
Too bloody right you shouldn't. Though I doubt I'd have listened. I always envied you. How you made everything look so easy when, for me, it was anything but. You leaving gave me the perfect excuse to hate you. And from that day on, I never once stopped to wonder what it would have been like if you'd stayed. But what you said earlier, it was true. You'd have been the death of this place.
Finally, something we can agree on. I hope you see the sense of it eventually. You kept this place alive.
Alive, perhaps. Wealthy even, but Dravos isn't what it once was. Our work used to be the pride of Dalmekia. Now, we churn out the same rubbish day after day because it's easy and turns a profit. It's not about the craft anymore. I wouldn't send my sons to war wearing the shit most of our smiths are making. I've kept working, honing my skills, trying to lead by example, but no one sees the point. The average castle apprentice has as much passion for the craft as our current lot. Come back to us, Blackthorn. Remind Dravos what a true master blacksmith looks like. I'll even man those bellows of yours if it means we can work at the same forge again.
That's a kind offer. Kinder than I deserve. And I wish I could accept, but I'm needed elsewhere. There's people who trust their lives to my steel, and I daren't let them down.
Fair enough.
But that doesn't mean I couldn't visit from time to time. Let's see if we can't rekindle this town's passion for the craft, shall we?
I'd like that.
Just be sure to tell Snotty to let me in the next time I come calling, yeah?
Knowing him, he'd let you in anyway. Blackthorn. The Master Smith turned outlaw, back in my good graces. I never thought I'd see the day.
I'd say that went pretty well, wouldn't you?
Even better than I'd hoped.
Sid, I've got something for you.
Another seal.
And this is?
A token of our lasting gratitude.
Another Pokemon badge.
But I'm of a mind to make you a far grander gift. Designs for a certain sword have been passed down from chief to chief for generations.
Here we go.
Now hold on, Zoltan. There's a reason no one's made that blade in centuries. There's not been a craftsman equal to the task. I'll admit your cinders make impressive steel, and I've learned to own an edge Odin will be proud of. But the engravings on that thing are enough to make a jeweler cry. And they're not just for show, either.
Have you forgotten what brought you back to Dravojd in the first place? A certain ring? I knew I'd never surpass you with the hammer and tongs. So I turned my hand to a different kind of metalwork. Between the two of us, I'd say we're the equal of any master craftsman ever to have graced a forge.
You know what? I think you might be right. Clive, you wouldn't mind if Zoltan came back to the Hideaway, would you?
He's more than welcome. As long as he can keep our secret.
Right. Zoltan, get your tools. We've got a legend to forge.
Now, this is a side quest. We come here, we talk for 2 seconds, we fight a big battle with 2 mini bosses, including one boss that I think was unique. I don't remember fighting that thing any other time, but maybe we fought it like at the beginning of the game or something, but big bad battle. Then we come back here and we get a great moment that we've been waiting for since like the beginning of the game, with them finally rekindling. Not really the beginning of the game, but the whole Blackthorn quest has started from the beginning of the game. We only knew about Zoltan from the last mission, but you know, we started, like, this is the 4th of Blackthorn's quest. It's all led up to this, and I kind of wonder if you had missed any of the others, if like they're missable. Probably not, but it's cool how we've slowly built up to this final one, and then we get some super sword as a reward. And also the fact that the super sword is being made by Zoltan and Blackthorn. Like, how cool is that, right? That was like the perfect side quest. Couldn't ask for a better side quest. Cool fight, cool dialogue, cool reward.
Come back.
Yote makes me sad every single time I walk past her.
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of peppy on nuts and all.
The man himself.
We were just about to make a start on that sword I promised you.
It's funny, but none of this would have been possible without your help. You remember Camille? We'll be using his leather work for the grip.
Yeah, there you go, all the
The
pieces.
steel, meanwhile, will be tempered in a fire, burning the cinders you charmed out of old Zoltan here. And that whetstone from the Outer Isles, that'll be what
Look at
gives
that.
the blade its edge. And the final flourish will be my talented colleagues' engraving.
A team effort led by the greatest blacksmith alive.
Now, save that talk till the thing's finished, yeah? Right. I'm ready if you are.
To the bellows it is then.
Are we gonna get this for free? Because I thought we'd have to use these items I've been getting from the quests. Or from the hunts, I mean.
Well, bugger me. We actually did it.
Holy moly. Yep, time to make everything we've done up to this point useless.
All swords. Ragnarok.
It's quite something.
I trust you'll take good care of it.
Thank you. Both of you.
So, does this make you pair the greatest craftsman alive, then?
This? Nah. This was just following the footsteps of the greats of old. It'll take more than that to earn us our place in history. But we're up for the challenge. Here.
A list of materials.
Zoltan and I got talking on the long road back from Dravost.
We reckon with those items there, we can craft something even better than the Ragnarok. Something worthy of a legendary outlaw like yourself.
Interesting.
That's a weapon I'd like to see. You leave this list with me.
I was hoping you'd say that.
One legend at a time, eh, lads? Before you start on the next, who fancies raising a cup to friendship reforged?
Good idea. No more drinking to forget my past. It's about time I had something to celebrate.
Then tap the kegs! Vulcan's boys are on their way!
Gotterdamenrung. Square really likes this Gotterdamenrung. He used it for the remake too. Yeah, so screw the ice brand that we literally just got. Ancient Ashen legend purports that one day the Age of Dominance will draw to a close in an epic clash of icons that sets the land ablaze, cleansing it of foulness and allowing for its rebirth, a clash they call Ragnarok. Epic.
So what do I owe the honor? What do you want?
What you want? Wait, it's not here?
That it? Find trouble with your gear, or... I never thought me and Zoltan would ever speak again, let alone work together. And if it hadn't been for you, we wouldn't. You've been a good friend to me, Clive. The best.
Aw.
You do what you need to do, Clive.
So what? I'm confused. Unless I'm getting played again, and it's not.
What's that for you, dear?
Oh, right. It'd be down here, because I don't have this stuff yet. Wow. So the two Orichalcum finally figured out what they're for. Plus 3 more things I haven't even seen yet. If Ragnarok was forged to mark the War of the Gods, then Gotterdamenrung, meaning Twilight of the Gods, was forged to mark the fall of those self-same deities.
That it? Fine.
Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to get the hunts for that yet. Until after the next big quest. Yo, Neo, thank you so much for the 7 months. Thanks so much. Appreciate you being here. What's going on over here?
The people of Armor might not have been the friendliest sorts, but they didn't deserve this. Not that the Aether cares. It springs up wherever it likes. Nowadays, that seems to be all over. Mind how you go, Sid. There's a Kashik about.
Beepily-beepily-doo-doo. Can I even chocobo through this?
Damn it. The whole village is turned. Where do the stables go?
Oops.
It's over.
That ice move knocks enemies down too, which is pretty cool. You get a free finisher on them. Oh, it didn't hit him. Just trying to line him up. There's some really cool, like, enemy manip you could do with this move, I think. Line up enemies for stuff like this. You can hit them all together. I'm starting to think about some advanced stuff for when we do some harder stuff later. Very similar to some of the stuff I do in the Chaos Legion speedrun. I think a lot of it's going to be similar, just with enemy management and stuff. It's so fun to do. They made very sure that none of the movement tech is faster when you're in the field. Whenever you do any kind of dash or any kind of movement, it slows you down to a stop for several seconds. Oh, the parry. $70,000 stagger damage.
Now to find this spherical echo.
Found it.
This is it. Right then. Just too much to find.
Well, honestly, it's nice when developers do that. So you can just walk places and not have to spam a button. Like, even not talking about speedruns, but just if they're planning to make a game where you want to play through the game multiple times, having some kind of new game plus or hard mode or something, or like trophies, it's nice that the fastest way to move isn't something really annoying, like dashing around, like dodge rolling constantly or something. Because people are going to want to go through that second time as fast as they can, and if mashing circle is technically faster, then they're going to do that. So it's nice when just the basic movement is the fastest. I mean, unless the movement tech is fun, but a lot of times it's not. A lot of times it's just like spam dodge roll or something. Sometimes crazy movement tech is, you know, fun, but imagine if, like, technically the jump Shiva dash was the fastest way to move and you had to run around doing that the whole time. Or yeah, the stinger in DMC, you have to go around
Or it should be somewhere nearby. Assuming she's still there.
Because, like, technically it's faster. So now we gotta listen to Dante yell for the entire game. So yeah, it is kind of nice when they put thought into that. Where's this? Oh, I'm looking for Doris.
I've got greens of all shapes and sizes. Colours
Looking
too.
for shelter.
Mostly green though.
I got greens. She must be over here.
It doesn't still hurt, does it?
Is there?
Oh, 1,000 a cash.
Is there a veil here too?
It's been a pleasure, Doris. Just like old times.
I'll give your offer some thought, my lady.
How goes the investigation?
Sid, what brings you to Martha's Rest?
You.
You. I heard you were out here on your own, tracking our slaver. I trust you're being careful.
Of course. And it had to be me. The bearers from the Dragon's Eyrie confirmed a long-held suspicion of mine that the slaver we've been tracking is an old acquaintance. She's no fool. If we'd come in force, she would have spotted us straight away, and then vanished without a trace.
That was her just now, wasn't it? So, was it a fruitful reunion?
I'd say so. She tried to recruit me. Seems her time in Rosaria is coming to an end. She's abducted bearers from across the region and is looking to smuggle them back into Sambrek. After her brush with those beastmen on the road to Northreach, she hired herself an Imperial escort, which she wants me to join. She's dangerous, Sid, but I think I can stop her.
Then I'm going with you. I'll take care of the escort. You can see the bearers to safety. Where are they?
The Baum Archers, soon to break camp. You go on ahead. I'll follow once I've sent word back to the hideaway.
Alright, alright, alright. We also need to go talk to Martha for the 900th time.